It is Election Day, and right now, voters across Washington who have not voted yet are stopping by ballot boxes or the post office. Other states that do not have mail-in voting are seeing long lines this morning. This morning, we're also seeing lines at the King County election headquarters, where several people are waiting to register to vote right now. Others are dropping off their ballots there. KOMO Sun spoke with first-time voters and takes us behind the scenes where the ballots are being processed.
A long line of voters outside the King County elections headquarters. Several people registering to vote while in line.
I have not voted before. I had moved around a lot, so this is my first time being in an area long enough to vote, so I'm really excited.
Like Rebecca, some are new residents registering. Others are longtime Washingtonians.
I am 41 now.
And it's your first time voting?
First time voting.
El Shaddai has been eligible to vote for a while, but finally decided this year he needed to do his civic duty.
I decided to come today before I go to work. I think my vote will make a difference. Yeah, so I'm happy to be here today.
While voting quietly takes place downstairs, upstairs. We're inside the King County elections headquarters where ballots are being sorted right now through these machines. This machine will be running intermittently throughout the day as ballots come in from the different drop boxes across King County. The machine scans the unique barcode on each ballot.
And make sure, one, it's a registered voter, and two, they haven't already returned a ballot.
After going through the machine twice, the ballots are then organized and stored inside a locked room until ballots can be tabulated when voting centers close at 8 p.m. If you're eligible to vote and still haven't,
there's still lots of time. If you still need to register, if you need to update your registration, if you lost your ballot or maybe you never even received it, you can still go in person.
The website votewa.gov shows you all the voting locations and ballot drop-off boxes. VoteWA.gov is also where you can track your ballot to make sure it's been received. Polling centers across Washington state will close at 8 p.m. later today. If you're choosing to drop off your ballot by mail, make sure that it's postmarked for today's date. Stella Sun, KOMO News.
Let's give you a live look inside that ballot sorting center right now at King County election headquarters. Right now, this spot at least looks a little bit more calm than we just were seeing there with Stella, but we know it's a long day ahead. It'll be a very busy place all day and then into tonight as those ballots are counted. Washington marked a new milestone, surpassing 5 million registered voters. Here in Washington, around 2.8 million voters have already cast their ballots in early voting. Secretary of State Steve Hobbs joined us on KOMO News this morning to talk about election security and the expected voter turnout.
We project 80% turnout. Now, in 2020, it was 84%, and before that was like 78 in the presidential election before that. But with open seats at the governor's position and lands commissioner, three open seats for Congress, one very competitive one, that's why the turnout is being driven up.
We also asked Hobbs about increased election security after those ballot box arsons in Vancouver, Washington, and Portland, Oregon.
It's very tragic that form of domestic terrorism hitting us, right? And so we have taken precautions. I know the Clark County Auditor is now doing 24/7 observation on all 22 drop boxes in Clark County. We have increased law enforcement patrols both by the local county sheriff and by the State Patrol, and of course the National Guard is on standby.
Governor Inslee ordered the National Guard to be on standby in case of any possible unrest. Secretary Hobbs also reminding voters to make sure they sign their ballot before turning it in.
You can track your ballot by going to votewa.gov, and you can even sign up for text messaging to let you know if your ballot has been rejected or you need to do a cure form. But the key thing is to get your ballot in before 8 p.m. today.
We put more details on how you can track your ballot at KOMOnews.com. We want to know Democrat Secretary of State Steve Hobbs is also on the ballot today. He's the incumbent running against challenger Republican Dale Whitaker. Today, voters will decide in several key state races and initiatives. Among them, a new governor, Democrat Bob Ferguson or Republican Dave Reichert. Also, there are 11 U.S. congressional races on the ballot, along with 25 state Senate races, 98 state representative races, along with statewide offices. There's also an initiative that could get rid of the state's Climate Commitment Act programs that critics blame for boosting gas prices. Voters will also decide if people living in Washington should be able to opt out of long-term care coverage. And another initiative would repeal the state's capital gains tax on certain assets of more than $250,000. The race for the White House, the biggest draw for voters this election cycle. This morning, Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz both say that they turned in their ballots in early voting. Former President Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance went to their polling places to vote in person. Last night, Trump making his final pitch to voters in battleground state Michigan, speaking for more than 2 hours.
November 5th, today, will be the most important day in the history of our country.
Trump also hitting North Carolina and Pennsylvania yesterday. That is where Harris spent her entire day Wednesday, getting her final message out to voters.
My entire career has been driven by a singular purpose: to fight on behalf of the people.
Tonight, Trump's campaign will be set in West Palm Beach, Florida, at the Convention Center. Harris's headquarters will be in Washington, D.C., at her alma mater, Howard University. Well, polls have shown a very close race, and the tiny town of Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, is reflecting that this morning. Traditionally, each year, the township and its 6 residents hold their vote at midnight. In the last 2 presidential elections, Dixville Notch sided with the Democratic nominee. This year, it is even. Harris with 3 votes and Trump with 3 votes as well. The latest ABC News poll shows the presidential race remains very tight. Harris with about a 3-point lead over Trump, but that is within the margin of error. ABC political director Rick Klein breaks down the latest polling in the battleground states.
Our 538 polling average tells a little bit of a different story. Harris, with the slightest of leads in Michigan and Wisconsin, up by a single point in the polling averages. Trump up very narrowly, inside a percentage point in North Carolina, Georgia, Nevada, a little bit more in Arizona, but all of this well within a margin of error. Pennsylvania, just about a tie. 0.2 of a percentage point separate the candidates in what's basically the must-win state for both candidates.
Pennsylvania is considered the state that could be key to determining the presidential race. Coming up in our next half hour, we will look at what each candidate would need to accomplish in order to gain the 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. Across the nation, voters are also deciding on the balance of power in Congress. Control of the Senate is being closely watched as Republicans have some favorable races to possibly take control back from Democrats. KOMO national correspondent Christine Frizzau shows us some of those key races.
Democrats have been in control 51 to 49. That means they sort of control the agenda, but that could drastically change. Let's take a look. Remember, Senate seats come up for election every 6 years. This year, there are 34 seats up for grabs. Right off the bat, it appears West Virginia is going to flip from blue to red. That's Joe Manchin, moderate Democrat, leaving. Governor Jim Justice expected to win. West Virginia, by the way, is a state that Trump won 4 years ago by about 40 points. But let's take a look at Montana. This is Senator John Tester, an incumbent, a Democrat. He's been behind in the polls for months, sometimes by double digits. Let's be fair, every time he has won, it's been by a teeny tiny margin, but this is likely the race that he may not make it across the finish line. Really quick, let's go to Ohio. Senator Sherrod Brown, he has also defied the odds in what is now considered a red state. He's been polling ahead of his rival, Bernie Moreno, but those polls have tightened quite a bit. Really quick, let's go to Wisconsin. Senator Tammy Baldwin fighting to hold on to her seat against Eric Hovde. Some other states we're going to be watching, Pennsylvania and Michigan, and also Nebraska. All of those races close. One kind of fun one to talk about that I'm sure you've heard a little bit about, and that is Texas. Senator Ted Cruz will likely win. But for deep red Texas, this has been a very close race against Congressman and former NFL linebacker Colin Allred. Allred has been hitting Ted Cruz for leaving the state and going on vacation to Cancun in the middle of an ice storm, and also for his stance on abortion. Texas has one of the strictest bans in the country. Cruz, though, hitting Allred for a top issue for many Texans and many Americans, and that is immigration. People definitely going to be watching this one closely tonight.
Well, Democrats are hoping this election will help them take back the House of Representatives. Coming up in our second half hour, we're going to take a look at some of those key House races that could determine control of the chamber. The KOMO News team has been preparing for months to bring you the latest results and analysis on election night. Our coverage begins today at 3 o'clock. We'll have a special edition of KOMO News at 8, and then live coverage on ARC Seattle and KOMOnews.com from 9 to 11, followed by an hour-long edition of KOMO News at 11 o'clock.